Hey guys, in this video, I'm going to show you how you can create an email agent and tell the agent to send an email using the contacts you're providing. This is quite cool because you can provide your contacts using Google Docs, and we're going to use Pinecone to vectorize the data and using the N8N to create a workflow. So if you're interested to learn how you can easily create an AI agent, just follow this video. Let's get started. Hi, I'm Reza, and in this video, we are going using several interesting tools to create an email agent. So before I dive into the implementation, like always, I would like to give some explanation on the concept just to understand all components and get to know the elements of this workflow that we are going to create. So as I said, we want to create an email agent here. For that, we need to create an AI agent, and we need to connect AI agent to several elements. And one of them is the AI model. Probably we're going to use OpenAI for that. We need to provide the context information for the AI agent. That AI agent can look up for the contacts based on the information we give to the AI agent. And also we need to make sure that AI agent can also send an email. So these are the things that we need to cover. First thing first, we need to provide the context information. We need to see how we are going to create this context. So as you know, in order to use any data by AI agent, we need to make sure that it's also vectorized, and we need to have a vector database for that. So this is a kind of a common way of creating a vector database from your source data. In this case, our source data is a bunch of contacts which is stored in the Google Docs, and we're going to provide the Google Docs to the workflow and then use a Pinecone to embed the data and store it in a vector database. So I already mentioned several tools that we are going to use. We are going to use Google documentation here. I provided already 2 contacts here with the name. And we're going to use also the Pinecone vector database here. Here you can easily sign up a new account, and you have some actually usage for free. So without paying anything, you can still use this service to vectorize your data. And we're going to use the N8N for the workflow. So let's start with the workflow creation. We create a new workflow here. So what we're going to do is that first we create the email agent workflow, and then for the send email also we create another workflow. So let's create an email agent here. Nice. So for the vectorization, we don't have to do it every time we run the workflow. That's why we can trigger it manually. And we want to connect to the Google Docs. So we just search Google Doc here and get the document. The credentials here, it's something that you need to configure once, and then you can create it. You can use it in other actually workflow you have. It's pretty straightforward. As soon as you connect to the Google, you can use with all actually Google services. The only thing you should not forget is to enable that the Google API for that service. So for every service from Google, you're going to use API. The API is the same, but you need to enable the API for that service. So the document ID, it's something that you can actually copy from here, from the URL. It's very easy. And that's it. This is already done. We can test the step. And as we can see, we can see the contacts here. The next step is to connect to the Pinecone vector store. And for that, here you also need to put your API key from Pinecone API. As soon as you connect to the sign up for the Pinecone, you can get that API key and put it here. It's very easy. So we keep the insert documents here, and from the index, my index is test. As you can see the index name also here. You can choose any name you want. The embedding batch is 200 characters, which is fine. We just need to choose the Pinecone namespace. For this one, I will choose contacts. And that's it. I think we can close this. We cannot run this still because there are two things left. First of all, we need to connect the OpenAI model here as an embedding model. So I'm going to choose OpenAI. So keep it the same as it is. The only thing we need to choose is the dimension 1024. So this is also fine. And the last part is the data loader. We need to connect the data loader here, and we can keep it as JSON. We can also connect the token splitter here. That's also fine. The only thing we need to change is the chunk size. So everything is done here. We can also tidy them. Makes it a little bit nice and close. And now we can test the workflow. So the workflow executed successfully. And if you go back to the Pinecone console, if you open the console, there is nothing yet here. Let me refresh the page. Yes, I can see the contacts. So the information is loaded here, and now we have a vector database. So this part is already done, and you don't have to do it anymore for now, because we can start creating our email agent on the other side. So here I start with the chat trigger. So I will add the chat trigger here. Let me see where it is. Yeah, just here I can. Nice. Now I can add the AI agent. So the input already filled here. The only thing we need to add is the system message. So I already prepared the prompt here. I can put it here. So this prompt tells agent the instructions, how it needs to actually process the data, what kind of tools do we have, and also if it needs to send any email, there is a send email also functionality or tools that it needs to use. So for the OpenAI model here, I'm going to choose the OpenAI, and I put it GPT-4o. So this is nice. For the tooling, I think what we need to do first, we need to also connect to the vector database. That's also something that we need to make sure that we provide the data. We have a Pine vector store here. I will call it context vector store. So now here what I need to do, I need to fill the information. So here it should be contact data, for example. And for the description, I just put it called this to retrieve contacts to send an email. And from the list, I'm gonna choose the index. I also need to define the namespace here and the namespace here, just not to mistakes was contacts. And one actually would be enough for the retrieval. And Okay, I need also to add the embedding here. So the embedding is this one with the dimension 1024. Let me just minimize a little bit. Okay, for now I can close it. So everything is done here. The only thing is not done yet is the sending email. We need to also define the sending email. For that, probably we need to add another tool and call another workflow tool for that. So I just add it here for now, and I call it send email. So now we need to create another workflow to make sure that we can call the send email workflow from here. Okay, I'm going to open another tab here and create a new workflow. So here we want to call this workflow from another workflow. So here what we need to do, we can actually choose this one. So which means when executed from another workflow. And we want to connect it to the Gmail, and we want to send a message. Okay, as you can see here, we need to fill some information here to subject, email type, message, and we can put the sender name. For example, in this case is Ali Reza. So the email type will be text here. So we just need to fill 3 parameters here, to subject and message. Of course, there are other parameters to add, but it's not necessary for this tutorial. But if you want, it will be the same. You can connect it later. So the credential here we already done, so I don't need to explain to you, because if you have done it already for the Google Docs, it will be the same. We just need to enable the API for the Gmail. So what we need to do, we need to actually define some of the parameters here. So what parameters we had here was the send to, subject, and message. So I'm gonna add send to, another one subject, another one message. So send to, subject, message. So these are the things we need to configure. So if I come back here now to the Gmail, I can already add this parameter here, subject and message. Nice. So this is already done. The last thing we need to do is to add one element, just to make sure when we run this workflow, we want to get some acknowledgement on the return, just to make sure that the agent can also know that if this is done successfully or not. So for that, we can add the edit fields to set some information here, and we just say response sent. So this is just to make sure that this workflow returns something back and the agent can know. So we can call it send Gmail, just to make sure I'm calling the right workflow. Now I call it send Gmail, and I go back to this flow, and what I do is just open it here. So from here I can choose the send Gmail, and as you can see here, the parameters are populated here. So I can actually ask the model to automatically fill this information, so I don't have to do anything for that, and this is quite nice because the agent will actually do that. And I just need to add the description for this tool, then agent can know that this tool will be used only the time that it needs to send an email. So let's give it a try. I already have my sent email open here just to test it out. Let's open the chat here and say I want to ask Ali Reza if he has prepared the presentation for Monday. Send an email. Okay, let's see. This is quite interesting. As you can see, all of the components is being used for this, contacts, vector restore, send email, all of them, and it went green. We still need to see the email, but as you can see, we had provided the prompts. We also provided the contact restore, and this is the flow you can see from the AI agent. Also, what kind of steps it took to do actually the answer. So it's interesting to see is that the email has been successfully sent to Ali Reza and asking about the presentation. Well, in a second we are going to look into the email, but as you can see, everything is clear here. You can also follow the process here. You can see also here how it's prepared from agent the parameters for the send email workflow, which is quite nice actually. And now if I go to the email, probably should be here. Let me just refresh it. Nice. This is quite nice actually, that how agent actually sent this email. So let's give it a try and ask another question. Can you ask support to help with the issue related to the workflow agents? Just really basic questions, but the whole idea is that if it's gonna actually pick up the support email from the document. Let's just send this to the chat. Interesting. Let's go to the email and just refresh the email. Nice. This is really nice because you can use this agent to send an email automatically. You just need to provide your contacts here. And for this tutorial, I just provided 2 contacts from my company, but you can provide the big list of contacts from your personal contacts or company contacts, and then create an agent to do the rest for you. I'm gonna upload this template to the community we have, the Skool community. You can download it from there. I hope you like this video. Do not forget to like and subscribe our channel, and see you in the next video. Thank you.